All right, there we go. Good evening. Welcome to Mindset Shiftology on the Melting Pot Radio Network. I am your host, Daniel Trowick, and tonight we have another amazing guest that's going to be joining us to, talk about what it is that he do and just dive into, the mental aspect on different things that he's done in his past and, why he is doing what he's doing nowadays. So, we just want to really explore mindset shiftology. So we are going to talk about different principles and techniques to, help people to become more productive and more faithful in their walk in life. And so that's what all of these guests that we have on the show is here to do. And, I like to get the show started off with some nice, cool Zen type music. And, our guest tonight is actually a recording artist, and I'm sure he can talk a little bit more about music and the effects that it can have on you, both mentally and physically. Music puts you in that place. So we're definitely going to dive into that a little bit, and I'm really excited. I met this brother, I guess it's almost 2 years ago, and he was at an event speaking, and I started to hear a little bit about his story. And it really touched me, and it motivated me to, do some things differently in my life, seeing some of the things that he has done and some of the things that he experienced and where he is today. So I just had to have him on the show so he can talk to you about what it is that he does. So tonight, our guest is Shawn Butler. He is an entrepreneur, a motivational speaker, a recording artist, and a real estate investor. Shawn Butler.
Hey, how you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you feeling tonight?
I'm great, man. I feel blessed. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, man. That was great. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, you're welcome, man. Thank you for taking the time out to join us on the show and, being a little transparent and telling people a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do and just, motivating people and pushing people to be the best version of themselves. And, I didn't even get to talk about the movement that you have going on. We're definitely going to get into that a little bit later on in the show. So let's jump right into this, man. Tell the people what it is that you do.
Okay. Well, basically, I do a little bit of everything, like you were saying, Dan. But I'm Shawn Butler, a father first and foremost, entrepreneur, recording artist, motivational speaker, real estate investor. I recently got my real estate license about this time last year. Served in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard for about 10 years now. I fought for the country in Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan back in 2012. I lived over there for about a whole year. I've been doing rap music for about, almost 15 years now. I'm talking about middle school. Like, I've been putting out mixtapes and going to different shows. Lately, I've been doing shows and recording all over. Like, I just do it for the love of the music. There's no motive behind it except for the love and the passion that I had for it. That's why I just take it so lightly and so seriously at the same time. I did a performance in Chicago, Atlanta, Philadelphia, New York, New Jersey. I just been all over the place because, you don't chase your passion than what you got. And that was really my first love, music.
Okay.
But besides that, been working on my rehab project. I have a property that I'm trying to get together right now. On top of that, I'm the capital asset manager of the partnership project. And the partnership project is basically a real estate investing company geared to educate and empower business professionals and young entrepreneurs to invest in real estate. So pretty much in a nutshell, that's really me. That's really Shawn Butler, and everything I've been getting into. It varies back and forth because I've been working on new things, and I got my mind open to new things all the time, so the grind don't stop. You know how that goes, Dan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, before we get into the business aspect, you talked a little bit about, fighting over in Afghanistan and being a military veteran. Can you, tell us a little bit about your experiences over there in that environment, and also, what made you decide to join the military?
Absolutely. So it basically I came straight out of high school, and I was stuck with the decision, what am I going to do with my life? We all come to that phase in our life where we got to figure out what's going to be the next step, what's going to be the next move, and how are we going to become somebody. I'm basically like most guys from Philly, I felt like I only had two choices. It was either go to school or be on these streets. Mm-hmm. And school wasn't my thing. I'm not even going to lie to you. School was not my thing. I didn't like books. I didn't like the teachers. I didn't even like the stuff that they teach you in school, because they don't teach you entrepreneurship. They teach you what they want you to learn so you can work for the rest of your life. I wasn't with that. Mm-hmm. So I met a recruiter, an Army recruiter, prior to graduating high school, and he told me about some opportunities. He told me about the money that I can make and stuff like that. I wasn't really intrigued by that. I was just like, I don't want to be out here selling weed no more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I had to make a change. So I took advantage of the opportunity, joined the U.S. Army, and I've been serving ever since. I sworn in 2007. Was that around that time, about 2007. In 2012, I got deployed to Afghanistan with the 131 Transportation Company. Shout out to everybody I deployed with. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't pretty. It was hard. It was rough. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to sit here and say I was all gung-ho and jumping out of airplanes and all that. No, it wasn't like that. I was scared for my life every single day, because at the end of the day, it was people out there, trying to kill us. That was their goal, and our goal was to protect ourselves and protect the people that we came with. Unfortunately, we did lose 3 of our soldiers. Rest in peace, Sergeant Van Giesen, Myrie, and Sergeant Kohler. All 3 of them were 3 great men, and we lost them tragically in war. But by the grace of God, I did survive. I did make it back home to my family, and being through that really taught me a whole lot. And one thing that really, really triggered in my mind was, you don't get no second chance to this. This is your only chance. Mm-hmm. Once you're gone, you're gone. Yep. It's over. Period. So I took advantage of every opportunity to better myself. That's why all of those things I named, that's why I was naming so many things to you, because I felt like I didn't want to be a part of those statistics, and I didn't want to be average. Mm-hmm. Neither one of those things tickled my fancy at all. I was like, I got to get out there and do something. So, basically, the Army has definitely changed my life, and pretty much that's it. And I'm still serving right now. I actually do drills like 1 week in a month. I'm about to get promoted to sergeant soon, and that's pretty much it.
Hey, congratulations, brother, man. Way to protect and serve, man. I appreciate what you do, man. Definitely. Now, with that experience, being over there and being deployed to Afghanistan, with what you said, a lot of people that's over there literally trying to kill you. What comparisons can you draw from that experience and that environment to growing up and seeing, street life in Philadelphia? Are there any kind of comparisons that you can correlate to that?
I tell people all the time, it's really like, I tell people all the time, it's really like, there's no comparison. The reason being, of course, you got to worry about people shooting at you. Like, I remember at the age of 13, I wasn't gangbanging and all like that. I always been like trying to stay away from violence, because I was kind of scared. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Mm-hmm. I was scared.
Shawn, you there? Alright, I think we lost him for a minute, so We're going to work on getting him back on the line in a second. But yeah, man, you guys can see, and I want to hear more of what he has to say, regarding, the comparison, because, a lot of people try to compare street life and the different aspects of, what you see on the street and drug dealing and the violence and the killing that you see in the urban community, and they try to compare it to being at war. And I'm not so sure that it's actually a legitimate comparison. You can probably draw some points from it, but at the end of the day, I'm not so sure it's directly connected to go into things and look at it that way. But I definitely want to hear what he has to say about that. And while we try to get him back on the line, just talking about the environment that you grow up in and the things that you see and the things that you experience. And over the past few days, different conversations that I've been having with people, regarding different aspects of life, but a lot of it all boiled down to the same thing, childhood experiences, things that you experienced as a child, things that you heard, things that you were taught, things that happen to you, different things, affect you as you grow up, and that is a major component of mindset shiftology, looking at those things and going back and looking at all of the things that has happened to you in the past, and being able to see those things for what they were and growing from them and moving forward. So, Shawn, are you back on the line?
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, I'm back.
All right, no problem. Now, I was just talking about, growing up and experiencing different things as a child and how that plays a big role in our lives as we grow up. And that's one of the main things that mindset shiftology focuses on, is finding those things out and being able to move forward from there and to figure out what to do to get past those certain things that you experienced and things that you were taught. A lot of things that, like you talked about as far as school is concerned, man, and we're taught a lot of things that have absolutely no relevance to life whatsoever, and we're trained to work. But a lot of people don't want to work, man. A lot of people want to do their own thing and make their own and create their own legend of their own and that legacy that they have. So, back to what you were saying, though. You were talking about, answering the question on the comparison between being in the military and war type environment.